Aloha guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, tonight we're going to talk about the resort mug. That's right, Disney World's unlimited refill resort mug. This is something I have talked about several times in my videos before, but I thought I would do kind of like an ins and out, right? A how, a what, a why, plus tips, tricks, and hacks, that's right, regarding the resort mug. So tonight's video is all about this bad boy. So sit back, relax, and hopefully this will answer all of your questions regarding this mug. So first of all, this is the current mug right here. Disney does change them at least yearly, if not every, maybe twice a year. This is the current mug. There are 4 color options. This will become important later when I talk about it. So usually the handle and the lid are completely different colors. So this one is teal, but you can get it, I think, in pink, yellow, and orange as well. So as you can see, it says Walt Disney World. It's got Mick and Min and the gang. And then usually there's like resorts and parks and things kind of in the background, right? Very cool. Currently, right now they always have a handle. Back in the day, Disney did try it without the handle. Wasn't so popular, but they have a handle. The top here has a lid cap here, so you can drink out of the spout or put a straw. Again, we're gonna talk about that. Or you can put the lid down. It's not leak proof, but it at least covers the cap, right? And then of course, we got that. So that is a quick overview of the mug and what it looks like. So first, let's talk about the what. What is this mug? Again, I just kind of showcased it a little bit for you, but first thing, it's resort only refillable mug. Now this matters because so many people buy the mug and they think, I'm gonna take it to the theme parks and get unlimited refills. No, resort only. Disney resort only, and if you pay for it out of pocket, it is $21.99, so essentially $22. Or if you are under the meal plan, any meal plan, the table service meal plan, the quick service meal plan, it doesn't matter. Everyone in your party ages 3 and up will get an unlimited refillable mug for free, essentially, under the meal plan. So if you're on the meal plan, you will automatically already get one of these, or you can choose to pay a la carte out of pocket, essentially $22. Again, I said you can use at Disney resorts. Now, it doesn't have to be your Disney resort. It's any Disney resort. So if you're visiting family and friends at a different resort, or you're resort hopping, or you went on the monorail or the Skyliner and you stopped off at a different resort, you can take your mug with you and refill it at that time. So again, doesn't have to be the resort you purchased it at, doesn't have to be the resort you're physically staying at. It's any of the official Walt Disney World resorts. Now, what can you put in this mug? Well, that's important. So no matter what I say, it's unlimited of these options: coffee, teas, soda, and etc. I say etc. because oftentimes some stations will have a hot chocolate machine and things like that. What it doesn't include is milk and juices. So you won't be able to refill this thing with like fruit juice, apple juice, cranberry juice, nor can you get regular milk, chocolate milk, those kind of things. It's for fountain beverages. So any type of beverage that would come through a fountain machine is included, as well as those hot things like coffee, tea, often hot chocolate. Sometimes they have a machine that already has pre-mixed hot chocolate in it, and then sometimes they'll just have hot chocolate packets and you add hot water and you mix your own. Each resort is different. So if you have previously stayed at a resort and that was their setup, don't expect a different resort to have the same setup. They are all kind of different, but they all include the same things, right? Coffee, tea, soda, not milk, not juice. Now, I measured it. It serves about 14 ounces of liquid. I literally took water in a cup and I measured it out. It's about 14 ounces in case that matters to you. And like I said, it's not leak proof. So you definitely don't want to carry it around in your backpack and then tip your backpack over and have all the beverages fall out. But it does seal pretty nicely where you can put other things in here. Yeah, we're gonna get to it when I talk about my tips, my tricks, and my hacks. But this is it, right? So why is this valuable? Why is this something everybody talks about, right? Well, it saves you from purchasing coffee and soda individually. For example, my husband loves coffee, and yes, at our Disney World Resort, we usually get some form of Keurig-like machine with coffee pods. But I will tell you that usually when you check into your hotel room, they give you like 2 or 4 pods. That is not enough coffee for him. And you can call down to housekeeping and be like, can I get some more pods? It's not as easy as convenient as you think. However, him being able to have the mug and all he has to do is run downstairs or depending on the resort and fill up his mug as many times as he wants with coffee is valuable to us. If you have someone who loves soda, perhaps you're hanging out poolside one day and you want to get unlimited beverage, refills of something that could be valuable to you. One coffee, if you buy just a standard coffee, is about $4 at Disney World. If you want to buy a fountain beverage of Coke, Sprite, whatever, that's about $5. So if this is $22, right? Basically, you just have to fill this thing 5 times and you made your money, right? You got your money's worth, which is perfect if you're staying for a week-long trip. If you just get 1 coffee a day, 1 soda a day, what if you get 2 coffees a day, 2 sodas a day, 1 of each? Either way, this can be a very valuable thing to purchase. But let's talk about the how, right? Like, how do we purchase our mug? Yes. So you can actually purchase your mug at your resort or any resort actually. You can usually purchase it at the resort gift shop. So all of Disney's resorts have some sort of gift shop. Oftentimes they'll have a stand of the mugs. You pick out your mug, you take it to the cashier, they ring you up. Or oftentimes you can purchase them at the resort's quick service. This is their quick service restaurant, not the table service, the quick service. Or if you're on the meal plan, you can actually scan in your Magic Band and use your credit that is for the mug and pick up your mug at that time. So that's your chance to physically pick up the physical mug so you then can get your refill. So again, resort gift shop, resort quick service to purchase this. So the next how, of course, is, well, how does it work? Well, there is a hidden secret RFID chip at the bottom of the mug that works with the fountain machine. So the fountain machine senses the chip and will put soda or whatnot in your mug. If you use a regular cup, it won't work because it has to sense the RFID chip. Now with this, it doesn't allow you to get refill after refill like instantly, right? There is a time lapse between when you can get 1 refill and when you can get a second one. Basically, they give you enough time to chug it and then you can refill this. Now they do this for their protection because obviously they don't want you sharing the mug. They don't want you filling it up, pouring it into a larger container, filling it up, pouring it into someone else's cup, right? This prevents you from sharing. When you purchase a mug, it is supposed to be just for you. So yes, it does sense, it does have a chip at the bottom. It senses when you refill it, and then there is a time lapse between when you can fill it again. Usually if I'm seated down and I'm eating at quick service, I can easily fill this thing up a couple of times during my meal. It's just not instant, right? So just kind of know that going into it. How long does it work for, right? Well, it works the second you purchase it. So as soon as you purchase it, the cast member scans it, activates it, and it lasts through the length of your trip, midnight up until the day you leave. Now, technically, a lot of people have noticed that the RFID chip will continue to work up to 10, sometimes even 14 days since the start of activation. So if you are resort hopping or split stay, oftentimes your mug will continue to work up until 10 to 14 days, even if your trip, say, is only 7 days long. But all you really need to worry about is it works for the length of your trip. It starts the second you purchase it and all the way to midnight the day you check out. And of course, where you can refill your mug, like I said, resort only, but usually there is a fountain station at your quick service or any quick service. And then some resorts will have a fountain station at their pool area, or the pool venue, or the pool bar will sometimes have a station. Again, not all, but sometimes, but most definitely at your quick service location, right? You pop off the lid, you refill, you're good to go. Oftentimes, the resorts will have like a washing station. I absolutely love this. Sometimes I don't even use it just for the resort mug. Sometimes I use it for my own water bottle, right? So usually they'll have like a kitchen sink-like thing with a spout, so you can quickly rinse out your mug in case you want to swap between lemonade and Coca-Cola, right? You don't always want the flavors to mix, so they do have a station there for you to kind of rinse and mix before you do refill. So yes, this is the ins and outs, the who's, the what's, the whys, all those things regarding the resort mug. But let's get into the tips and tricks, right? And those hacks. But as a recap, right? You purchase, you use, and you use, and you use, and then you take home as a souvenir. It's yours to keep when you're done with your trip. It only works at Disney resorts, not the theme parks, and you can only use this mug once per vacation. So you can't take this mug back the second vacation you take 6 months later and assume the mug is gonna work. Because of that chip, it needs to be reactivated. Disney wants you to just purchase a new mug, because whether you reactivate this one or get a new one, it's still that $22, so there is no discount here. So it's best to just leave this one at home and get a fresh one. But yes, resorts only, not to the theme parks, and only lasts during your current vacation. So the next thing up here are tips and tricks and those hacks regarding the resort mug. Are you ready? First thing is, if you're going with a large group of people, a family of 4, etc., you may want to pre-purchase a mug holder or caddy for your mugs. This is why. Oftentimes when all of us have mugs, right, especially if we're on the meal plan, everyone ages 3 and up gets a mug, whether you want to use it or not. So someone usually, again, this is usually my daughter, will go to the quick service and fill up everyone's mugs. You know, dad coffee, me hot water for tea, someone wants vitamin water, whatever. It can be very helpful to have a caddy. Again, I'm going to post up images. All of this stuff is also on my Amazon link. So it's helpful for you to have a caddy to carry all the mugs, refill them all, and then bring them back up to the room. It's especially handy during pool time, right? So if you have a specific pool day or pool time and you're at poolside, and if someone wants soda, someone wants to mix their own coffee, mix their own special beverage, right? It is helpful to have a caddy so that you can put all the mugs in the one holder carrier, take it to the refill station, and come back to where you're located. So again, if you think someone is going to be the designated refiller person, it may be helpful to have some sort of caddy that will hold all the mugs at one time, so it's easy to refill and then bring it back to the room. Next tip here is identification. As I said before, all the mugs are usually the same. Again, this is the current mug. The change here are the colors of the handle and the top, usually 4 options. However, what if you have a family of 6? That means someone's gonna get a duplicate mug. Or what if you have kids who are fighting because they want the exact same color? Just let it go, guys. Pack a Sharpie. At the bottom of the mug, you can write someone's name, do a little symbol, and that way you know whose mug is who. Or you can pack little stickers, smiley faces, stars, whatever, put them on the top, put them on the bottom. That will help identify people's mugs, because I'll tell you right now, assuming each person's gonna get a different color doesn't always work that way. I can't tell you how many times people in my family want the blue option. Well, we can't all have the blue option. Oh, but we can if we pack and prepare to identify them. Now, what if you plan on taking your mug to the theme park? Now, I told you it doesn't work in the theme park, but that doesn't mean you just filled it up with soda or coffee, you drank it on the bus, and now you're stuck with this mug in the theme park. What do you do with your mug? Well, don't forget to pack some form of mug carrier. This is an option here. Again, I have it on my site. It's not perfectly designed for a mug with a handle, but you can kind of shove it in there And then you can kind of strap the mug to your backpack, to your purse, whatever you want. And then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So it kind of becomes like a built-in bottle holder. Or if you saw my previous video, you will know what this is. It's actually a luggage tag ring that I have found useful for so many things. Well, guess what? That includes your resort mug. You can actually put it on your resort mug's handle and keep it there. Don't take it off, don't take it on, keep it there. And then pack yourself a carabiner. Always keep this on your backpack. Then when you take your mug to the park, the carabiner's already on the backpack, this is already on the mug. Slip it in and then you can carry it and attach it to your backpack. That way you're not stuck holding this thing all day long, because I will tell you that's going to get annoying really, really quickly. Next thing up here are beverage options. So like I kind of said earlier, did you know that each resort has its own different setup and actually flavors per the fountain drink station? So just because someone posted they got this at their resort doesn't mean this is going to be at your resort. Some resorts actually have one of those giant Coca-Cola like freestyle fountain stations that has like hundreds of options of soda that you can put in your mug. That's amazing, but that's not at all resorts. Some resorts actually just have like the standard fountain station like you would see at your local fast food restaurant, usually featuring Coca-Cola, Sprite, and of course the diet options there. Usually Fanta Orange, usually Bark Root Beer, sometimes lemonade, usually Minute Maid brand, sometimes a Powerade, vitamin water, whatnot. It's all different per the resort. And of course the hidden gem here, if you're me, is to find the cherry Coke. Yes, if I am staying at a resort that has cherry Coke, I just can't help myself. I will get a mug and I will get me some cherry Coke. I don't like regular Coke. I'm not a huge fan of Sprite, but cherry Coke, man, love me some cherry Coke. But just kind of know that each resort is kind of different. So don't assume all resorts are gonna have that cherry Coke. And you can kind of mix and match and make your own beverage concoctions, you know, soda and something else that you may have purchased or brought with you. I think you guys can read between the lines. But yeah, so just know that each station can be kind of sort of different, but it works at all quick services. So if you're at the park, say you're at Epcot, and you're like, man, I wish I could get some soda, but you don't want to pay for soda because you got your refillable mug. Well, just walk over to Beach Club because that's the closest resort to Epcot and fill it up at their station. So again, resort only, not the park. You just happen to bring it to the park if you are, you know, currently drinking something. Anyway, kids. Do you have kids who don't drink soda? Yep. I do. My kids have never ever had soda. They have zero interest in soda. However, when you're on the meal plan, kids get a mug. Well, what are you going to do with mugs that your kids won't use because they don't drink coffee and they don't drink soda? They may drink hot chocolate, however. Anyway, this is what I have been using my mugs for when my kids were little, right? Because on the meal plan, we automatically got them. They are perfect containers for food. That's right. I can't tell you how many times my kids are sitting on the resort bed. I purchased Cheerios. I put Cheerios in here, some milk that we got, and they are literally eating cereal out of their mug while watching TV in the morning in the resort. So absolutely, this makes a perfect container for cereal in the morning. Afternoon snack, fill it with pretzels. Fill it with chips. They can sit there, they can hold the handle, and they can eat their snack while hanging out at the room, the park, the pool. Yes, absolutely. This makes the perfect travel snack container for the kiddos. So even though you might not be getting your so-called money's worth because you're not filling it with soda, you can absolutely use it for snacks and treats. Or my husband did this often. My husband drinks coffee, right? Coffee often stains the mug and it kind of gives it like a coffee smell. But what if he also wanted soda? So sometimes because the kids aren't using their mug, he'll have his mug for coffee and use the kids' mugs for soda, right? So that way he always has a coffee mug, a soda mug. He doesn't have to worry about flavors, mixing, and different tastes and stains. So just because your kids don't drink the soda doesn't mean those mugs are not useful for your family. How about leftovers. Yes, so if you brought the mug to the parks, how about when your kids go and eat at, this happened to us all the time. We would eat at character buffets. My kids were so excited to eat, eat with Mickey and whoever, they didn't quite eat their food that we paid for, via the buffet. Or other types of restaurants, they didn't quite finish their chicken tenders or their fruit or their veggies or their French fries. Absolutely. Use the mug as a to-go container. Put your chicken tenders, your French fries in here, snap on the lid, put it in the stroller, and 30 minutes later when your kid is starving, hand them the mug and say, here are your leftovers. Absolutely perfect for that. I can't tell you how many times we've used this mug for food. So even if it's not snacks or cereal in the room, absolutely leftovers from your meals, quick service, table service, character meals, doesn't matter. Fill it with what they should have been eaten, give it to them later. Are you a family who purchases the giant box of popcorn, but you don't want everyone's hands in the popcorn and popcorn spilling out, right? Give your kiddo some popcorn in the mug, hand them the mug, they've got a handle, and now they're eating popcorn. This absolutely has other uses outside of just beverages. Now, maybe you did take it to the park. You can use this as a water bottle refill mug. Absolutely. Disney has been adding more and more water bottle refill stations throughout the park. In fact, you can research where they're located on the app. So if you brought this to the park with you, you've hooked it onto your backpack, you can absolutely refill it with water and use it as a water bottle. Again, it's not leak proof. So my husband does this because he heads to the park with this filled with coffee, and then he'll fill it at the water bottle stations. He literally chugs it right there and then puts it back in the backpack, because if this is filled with water, again, it's not leak proof. Some water will indeed come out, but it absolutely works to just fill it with water, drink, go. Perfect for that. How about as a beverage to-go container at your lunch or dinner restaurant locations? How many times have you ordered soda or something else, yes, read between the lines, at your dining location at Disney, and you didn't quite finish what you ordered, or maybe you got refills and you want to take it with you, but your restaurant doesn't serve to-go containers, and you're sitting there trying to chug and hurry up and drink because it's time to go. Nope. Pour it into your mug and take it with you. Absolutely. Instant to go beverage container. I absolutely hate it, especially when you buy like a specialty beverage, or you used your meal credit for a specialty beverage, even like a milkshake, right? And you're sitting there trying to chug it, but you're so full and you've got the freezies. Pour it into the mug. Take it with you. Absolutely. These mugs are so useful outside of the just soda and coffee refills. Now, if you're going to be at the parks for about a week and you're using this mug for everything, you've got coffee, soda, chicken tenders, cocktails in here, you might want to invest in a bottle cleaner so you can clean the lids. I absolutely love this guy. We use this for water bottles at home, and we'll take it with us to Disney. So this little piece here is great for scraping inside the lid. It actually flips over and you have one of these bottle scrapers. This has little teeth on them that you can actually use to grind around the lip of the water bottle to get all the mold build up, or sometimes just food, like you're eating and you're drinking and food kind of gathers in the lid. It's kind of gross, but it happens, guys. So absolutely purchase and pack with you a little bottle cleaner thing, so that way you can make sure your bottles are always clean for when you put in the next weird item in your bottle. Straws. Now, I personally don't use straws at the theme park, or at least not in these, because there is like a lip hole here. So you can just drink out of this, right? But some people don't like ice and weird things hitting their teeth. They're straw people. I get it. Absolutely. Disney only has paper straws. And if you have a gluten allergy, you don't want to use those, because often gluten is used to make those straws. Anyway, go ahead and order and pack yourself silicone reusable straws. That way you have your own built-in straw system for your mug. Just make sure you purchase regular straws, not the thick, chunky, like smoothie straws. But yep, they fit right in, and then you can just drink and go. So yes, that is my video for tonight. My tips and tricks, the who, what, where, and how of the refillable mug. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. The refillable mug by itself, if you're only here for a couple of days, can be costly. But if you think of the other ways to use this mug, it is absolutely valuable, especially my husband, because as soon as we get home, he uses this at work. So it's like his little souvenir. He takes it to work, he refills it with coffee at work, and it's his own little fun souvenir. We have a whole cupboard full of all the different resort mugs throughout the years. But again, you're on the meal plan, you automatically get them. Maybe you don't need 6 of them. What are you gonna do with them? Just note you have other options. Beverages, to-go containers, food containers, all the things. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, pretty please. If you know someone who's headed to the theme parks or someone who else is wondering, well, what do I do with these mugs? Especially for those kiddos who don't actually drink coffee. Yes, these tips are helpful for them. So please send and share the video. But yes, that's it for me, guys. But let me know in the comments, what else do you use your mug for? These were the top 10 kind of things I could think of. Anything else, please share with us. Would love to know other ways to use my refillable resort mug. But as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina